In a time of global complexity where economies have become unpredictable and diverse, you need to ask the right questions. For 40 years, the Graduate School of Business at the Asian Institute of Management has made it its mission to equip managers with the right tools to succeed in a fast-changing world. It has built a reputation for excellent management education and has produced some of the finest leaders and managers in Asia today.
We live in a very diverse and a competitive world. I believe the management program would make us good leaders and good managers for tomorrow's world.
AIM is renowned for its boot camp approach in training its students. Students read over 800 cases in 16 months and work 80 hours per week in addition to fieldwork, group projects, and presentations.
There are not only 800 cases to study, but 60 other opinions about those 800 cases.
If you multiply those numbers, that's almost 50,000 different stories to be heard.
So when you come across a real-world situation, one of those stories are going to pop up back in your memory and say, well, this is what he did in this situation, and this is what I should do. That kind of perspective is priceless. This is what the case method gives you.
Competition over here is really intense. In order to contribute to the learning, you have to think on your feet. But the good thing is, I'm learning a lot over here, not just from the diverse mix of the students, but also from the faculty.
AIM's 16-month Master in Business Administration program is one of the fastest, most intense MBAs in Asia. At the end of the course, AIM students are armed with the ability to make effective business decisions.
Our first 8 months is the foundation for building students' corporate and entrepreneurial skills. Students learn foundational behavioral skills, communication skills, macro-micro technical skills, all within the Asian context.
In the last 8 months of the program, MBAs can choose to major in 3 areas: finance, marketing, and entrepreneurship. Central throughout the AIM MBA is its Asian context. Students develop a clear sense of how to apply their skills and knowledge in dealing with the nuances of Asian business.
With the boom in the Asian economy, I believe that the studies or the MBA with an Asian perspective is a great advantage. By doing this with the faculty and the diverse mix of students, you actually come to know about Asia, Asian processes and Asian culture, which I believe would be really helpful for me later in my life.
A minimum of 2 years' work experience is required to be admitted to AIM. MBA students on average are mostly in their 20s and come from diverse educational and industry backgrounds.
It's tough, but in the end, I guess, it makes it all worth it, knowing that you're at par with the world's best.
AIM also offers a Master's in Management, or MM. It is a 1-year, full-time, highly intensive leadership course. It helps transform mid-career managers into corporate strategists and top-level executives. MM students are a cohort of more seasoned managers who already have technical skills, but want to fast-track their careers. The program transforms them from very competent managers to leaders through a broader knowledge of leadership and strategy.
The MM program is an equally intense 11-month program, but it's not at all like the MBA. In the MBA, you learn fundamental core skills like accounting and finance. In the MM program, we assume that you have all of these. The age of the MM student is a little bit older. You're already a competent manager by the time you come in, but what you lack are leadership skills, and this is what the leadership trilogy is all about. It is a deep and very broad treatment of all the aspects of leadership. In order to do this, it's a very intensive program, but very intense in a different way. We actually shepherd, mentor you, coach you through a process that begins in the first month and ends in the 11th month. We lead you through a journey that forces you to be introspective, to inspect what you think about yourself, to inspect how the world has changed around you, and to translate that all into new ways of doing things. You come in a certain type of person, you'll go out completely transformed. This is what the MM program does for you.
MM students are usually in their 30s and have at least 6 years of work experience to qualify for the program, 3 of which in a supervisory capacity. In their final months of schooling, students can also do their MBA in prestigious institutions all over the world, just as AIM receives international students from other graduate schools of business. Today, over 5,000 graduates of the Wsgsb have found their way up the world's leading companies. For many who've succeeded in Asia and the rest of the globe, AIM was their first move. What's yours?